Hello, we're back. On the Unreliable. Yeah, I keep getting it confused with Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker's a big ship.
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Sure. What do you need?
I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
I don't remember ever saying that. Alright, whatever. Bringing her home to meet the family, huh? Bold move.
Oh gosh, do you think so? I just figured, you know, there's nowhere she can go on Groundbreaker where folks don't know her. Here she can relax.
Okay. Why are we having this conversation?
On account of how I'll need your help with it? The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Easy enough. We could head straight over.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me.
Oh, good.
Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
Cool, 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 cool. You know what? I should probably check in on everybody else then. I only came back to bring back Max. Did I say that right? It doesn't sound right in my head now that I think about it.
You don't think that's a problem? Whole ship's running on a computer's fancy. That'll make you nervous, Preacher?
Yeah, you've had this conversation before.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Oh, I just noticed he has dollar signs on his coat. Oh, okay. That's gonna block it. Let's talk about this personal quest of yours.
Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where, the scholar is, when will we be searching him out?
As soon as we can, I promise. Oh, okay. So he has nothing new to add to that?
Something on your mind?
If we're gonna work together, I'd like to know more about you.
I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
What's a zero-G cocktail?
It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not.
So you never know what you're getting?
Exactly. That's what makes them fun.
That sounds disgusting.
Out on the edge of the aether, we learn to make do with what we've got. No room for fancy predilections.
Do you have much experience contracting out with other captains?
Sure do. Some of it was even legal.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's a lot of business that goes through the Groundbreaker. Some of it's board-authorized freight hauling, and some of it's not. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
That sounds reasonable.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
I was hoping to know something more personal about you.
Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it.
Give me a side mission. Where are you from? How'd you get into this line of work?
Aw, come on. That stuff's boring.
You're deflecting.
Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance.
Alright, let's get back to business.
No complaints here.
Felix got anything to say?
Since what? Good to see you, boss.
Howdy. Oh, no, he doesn't. Alright, let's get out of here. Hui! Oh, fuck! Oh, that's the first time that's worked. Ow. Alright, let's do this heist. So... this button was over here, wasn't it? Who designed this? Oh, right, I forgot. It's right here. Shit. Let's do this heist thing, and then I'll help Max out with this shit.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Oh, this is the guy that that girl likes. Why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Parvati, you know who he's talking about?
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for Halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially.
Have you seen a Manta Queen?
Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them.
Where have you seen a Manta Queen?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Sure, I can keep an eye out for him.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
Let's talk about Cecilia.
Huh.
Oh, it's
I haven't
Celia.
seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
No, I mean she really likes you.
And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Since you got so much in common, maybe you should let her take you out.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well. But we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Shit. Now maybe I should rescue this old guy first. Nope. Oh wait, no. Celia's right here. I should probably tell her. Excuse me. Yo.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said to go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on.
He liked you, Celia. Just don't ask him for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back to work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Yay, money. You know, I got another story from work. This is from a few nights ago. The whole day was super fucking boring. Nothing happened. No one was on the fire lane where they're not supposed to. No one was, you know, on the handicap spots without the little placards or whatever the fuck. Uh-oh. And like the last 20 minutes, I would say, one of the managers walks up to me and tells me that she thinks someone's stealing from inside.
I'll take your confession now.
Hey, that was pretty cool.
Agreed.
Mr. Pickett's journal. Right, so anyways, it was the last, oh shit, avoiding that. It was the last 10-20 minutes, you know, before the store closed. And the manager tells me there's this dude that people think he's stealing, you know, that he's stuffing like steaks and stuff down his pants. It's kind of gross. And it's actually a very common thing.
I'm just saying,
Apparently.
if we did need to dispose of a body, this would be a good spot for it.
It's a
I don't
common
got much
thing.
use for self-care
There's a
in my own
phone.
work. Neat that it's here, though.
Oh my god, shut up. Yeah, anyways, there's a phone, right? And the other securities that work there, they text my supervisor. And I was looking through some of the old messages. And there's quite a few where people were stuffing meat in their pants or their jacket. And I think it's one of the most stolen items. Or most, you know, they tried to steal it. So I went in and she told me it was this big dude in sweatpants. But in my head, big can mean anything, right? It can be, as long as you're big, you could be tall, muscular, a little chubby. So I was just looking everywhere and I couldn't find the guy. And I was getting worried because I thought maybe they'd think I was kind of inept at my job. Because I'm walking around in circles and I could feel their eyes on me. The manager. Whoop. There's a body up there. I could feel her eyes on me, and I couldn't find the guy, so I walked back to her because she's right at the only door to get in and out, and I just tell her, hey, I can't find the guy. And then she said, oh yeah, like we haven't been able to find him either, like he just kind of disappeared. And then I got really worried because I think maybe he managed to sneak his way out and I missed him. But it turns out she gave me kind of a wrong description. That it was a super tall, lanky dude with tattoos, and he wasn't wearing sweatpants. So I already saw him. I just didn't know it was the guy they wanted. So I just kind of kept my eye on him, and he noticed me.
Whew.
And he turned
Smells
around.
Like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
That's gross. Here we go, Sebastian. I gotta get back to my story, dude.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly...
Shut up. I found Mr. Pickett's journal.
He'll probably be wanting it back. You see any sign of him?
I found the journal inside a dead mantiquine.
Funny place to leave a journal. But what about Mr. Pickett?
Holy shit. He was eaten by a mantiquine. He's dead. All that's left is that journal.
That's pretty sad. He sure seemed like he knew what he was doing.
He used to tell the kids crazy stories about Halcyon wildlife. Later I learned most of it was wrong, but it was the thought that counted. Then one day he just disappeared. Never heard anything about him again.
So this journal is all he left behind? Seems like I ought to read it. Looks mighty long, though.
Look on the bright side. He found his mantiquine.
He did always want to see one.
Huh. That's a fine way of putting it. In any case, I appreciate you tracking down Mr. Pickett for me. Here's some bits for your trouble.
Thanks. Jesus. Where was I? Oh yeah. So he's already about to leave and he sees me. You know, we make eye contact. And he kind of looks at the ground. He takes out his phone and then I don't know if he was actually texting or not, but he gets his phone out and then he slowly turns around and goes back to the aisles. And we're just kind of waiting for him to leave. And then one of the workers tells the manager that he's just kind of chilling in the back and that somebody else saw him. Oh my god. And that somebody else saw him put the meat back, which is a little gross, to be honest.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Oh, I hope we win this. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Jesus. Max is a lot more badass than I thought. Oh, never mind. Woo! So he sees me, he goes back. He goes back on his phone. And I'm waiting there like the last 5 minutes before they close. And the manager's telling me, oh, just wait here for him to come out. And then it's her, this other employee, way taller than me, and the other guy. And we're just waiting by the door. And then a few minutes later, he comes out.
Yes, you. What's
Oops. And he's looking at his phone still, looking down on the ground. And I look at his pockets to see if maybe anything's sticking out. And it doesn't look like it. His pants were kind of saggy too, so if he did have anything in it, they would definitely be moving. And the manager and the other employee kind of agreed with me. Yeah, and as he's walking out, he's looking at us back and forth, and he looks like he's really ashamed of himself almost. But he walks out, and his wife or girlfriend or whatever is waiting outside for him. Didn't even go in. And then they both just sit in their car, and I just keep an eye on them until the store closes. But they were in there for a very, very long time. I was starting to get worried that maybe they were really going inside the store to kind of case the place, to look, you know, to look where the cameras are at when the employees leave, stuff like that. How good the security is, because I mean, I'm not the most intimidating looking guy out there. Oh shit! Help me,
The
Max!
strong survive and the weak perish.
Oh shit! Where'd he go? Ooh. Good job, everybody. So yeah, I'm not the most intimidating looking guy ever, especially for a security guard. This dude was like 6'2". He might have been super lanky, but if we did go into a fight, I mean, he'd have the advantage. Because he's taller than me. He looked kind of out of it, so if he was on something, he probably wouldn't feel much if I had to punch him. And if I did have to punch him, I'm sure that wouldn't go so well. Oop. Oh my god, Max is down? Ah! I'm discombobulated. god, this guy's gonna kick my ass. Get him again!
Sorry.
Cool. Cool. Shock weakness. No. My only weakness is my fear to robots. So yeah, they're waiting in the car, and it takes the employees inside about 20 minutes,
Ooh, a wreck.
depending on how many people there are inside.
Never know.
You
when
know,
might
to
need a
clean
backup
up and
regulator.
put stuff away in the registers and all that. Looks like I'm gonna have to fight my way in regardless. So yeah, they're still in there, and they don't leave until all the employees leave. And I stay there about half an hour after everybody else leaves. So it's no biggie. So then they leave the parking lot, and I'm thinking, oh, finally they're gonna leave, and I can stop worrying. But then they go to a gas station that's nearby, and they just sit there. I could see them from where I'm standing, and
I smite you in the name of the law.
that was cool. They didn't do shit though. Oh my god, they're both down. I'm by myself. Come on. So then they're sitting at the gas station. It's hard to tell the story when I'm getting shot at. Oh my god, I'm on fire! I gotta have food or something that's gonna give me an edge here. Something. That's good. Perception. Ooh, damage. Yes. Ah! There we go. So they're sitting at the gas station. For like another 10 minutes. They don't pump gas. They're just sitting there. They go out of their car, and they're kind of just looking around inside of it. It looks like they were checking under the seats. So I am keeping my eye on them, worried the whole time that they're gonna try and rob the place. Like a whole lot of shit is just going through my mind at that point. But they don't, thankfully. Yeah, it's got a very anticlimactic ending, this story. But, ooh.
Huh?
Someone's coming.
Where's my shotgun?
Everyone all right?
Cool. Why am I pressing A to grab stuff? I've been playing this game for a long time already. I don't know why it always goes back to A. So yeah, it's got a very anticlimactic ending. But I mean, I'm glad they didn't rob it. Because that would have just ruined my whole weekend. To say the least. Ooh, is that a password? 2613. Ooh, I hope I can remember that. So this looks like another little town. So many of these abandoned towns on this planet.
Watch out!
Watch out with what? Are there guys in here? I see the little triangles. I think they're below me. Hello? Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of them in here. Damn, this shotgun does work on people. Robots, not so much. Hello. Oh. Oh, this guy took some hits though. Sugar ops. So wait, all these armies, they're from like companies, and I think, ooh. So yeah, so these companies, they have their own little army, and these Rizzo guys, I think they make candy. It looks like. That's a little funny. No, you're not. Oh man, I wish I had grenades in this game. I gotta go in there and kill him then.
Oh good, a foe.
Everybody okay? Great.
You know, I hope I finish this game before March. That's when the new Doom's coming out. Supervisor override. Oh, it's gonna load me into a new area. Well, you know what? I should probably end it here because I'm hitting the 40-minute mark on the recording. Editing, you know what it's like. So next episode we'll go into the lab, do some secret spy shit. You know, it'll be awesome. I really hope so. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.